Have you ever paused to consider this? Within the grand scale of the universe, our existence is but a tiny dot in time, and yet every moment we experience is its own vast universe, brimming with endless possibilities, emotions, and connections. It's true, we often find ourselves swept into the noise and rush of daily life, racing against time, striving for achievement, and seeking a sense of belonging. But here lies the crux of our journey through life. We sometimes lose sight of what truly matters: the relationships we nurture, the moments we cherish, and the impact we leave on each other's hearts. So let's explore not just life itself, but the remarkable power of human connection. Consider how even the simplest acts of kindness, a warm smile or a heartfelt conversation, can ripple through our universe, shaping our reality in ways we can scarcely imagine. Stay with me as we delve into the art of connection, uncovering the science behind empathy and the hidden keys to nurturing relationships that could, quite literally, change your life. If you've ever felt the magic of a genuine bond or are looking to strengthen those connections in your life, consider this your guide to a journey rich with depth and meaning. 1. The art of listening in Stoic practice. Epictetus grasped something deeply insightful about Stoicism when he said, "We have 2 ears and 1 mouth so that we may listen twice as much as we speak." This wisdom extends beyond the simple anatomy of ears. It offers a profound lesson in how we engage with the world and those around us. Imagine constantly talking, asserting our thoughts and opinions as though our perspective alone holds the essence of insight and wisdom. Such a habit subtly places our voice above the tapestry of insights others could provide. In conversations, do we truly listen, or are we just awaiting our turn to speak? Often we're so caught up in framing our next response that we overlook valuable perspectives and knowledge offered by others. Stoic thinkers like Marcus Aurelius, Seneca, and Epictetus emphasized the value of self-awareness and humility. They understood that by listening more than we speak, we invite opportunities for learning and personal growth. It's an acknowledgement that we don't have all the answers, and that each interaction holds a potential lesson, a new facet of life to discover. The Stoic way invites us to shift our focus from self-centered expressions to open-minded reception, enriching our understanding by genuinely valuing the perspectives of those around us. 2. Embracing the unexpected, building resilience for life's unforeseen challenges. Life, as we all know, is a journey scattered with surprises, not all of them pleasant. Often when things seem to be going smoothly, a sudden storm hits, shaking the course. But what does it mean to truly prepare for the worst? It's not about living in a constant state of anxiety or dreading potential disaster at every turn. Instead, it's about nurturing resilience and fortitude. Imagine life as a road trip where obstacles, detours, and unexpected challenges appear along the way, whether it's a career setback or a health crisis. Epictetus advises us not to fear these difficulties, but to embrace the reality that they may occur. Marcus Aurelius and Seneca echo this view, reminding us that worrying about the future or obsessing over worst-case scenarios only adds unnecessary tension to our lives. They suggest that mental preparation for adversity can fortify us, providing strength and resilience. Think of it like a soldier entering battle. They don't wish for defeat, yet they prepare for it. They practice, strategize, and equip themselves with the skills and mindset to handle whatever challenges come their way. Aristotle reminds us that a well-educated mind can entertain an idea without necessarily agreeing with it. In this sense, we can acknowledge the possibility of adversity without letting it dominate us, holding on to our calmness amid uncertainty. This perspective fosters a proactive acceptance of life's unpredictability, allowing us to stay grounded, adapt with strength, and face life's storms with calm resilience. 3. Forging strength How failure becomes a Stoic's greatest teacher. Failure in Stoicism is not merely tolerated, it's cherished as one of life's most insightful mentors. Imagine stepping into a new realm, trying something unfamiliar. Mistakes or even outright failures are inevitable, yet they hold profound value. Rather than a deviation from success, each failure marks a step on the path to wisdom and self-betterment. Stoics like Marcus Aurelius understood this well. For him, resilience isn't about avoiding failure, but about what we make of it and who we surround ourselves with as we navigate it. Aurelius advocated for building a life around individuals who uplift and encourage growth. Surrounding ourselves with people who understand our journey and who challenge us to grow creates an environment where mistakes become less daunting. Instead, they transform into essential ingredients for progress. Epictetus, another great Stoic mind, emphasized this point by advising us to change our perception of failure. Instead of viewing it as a flaw or weakness, he saw it as a guide towards self-refinement, a view that encourages us to look at every misstep as an opportunity to grow. Think of a sculptor who, with each precise strike, slowly chisels a rough stone into a work of art. In this way, our lives, shaped by countless failures and efforts, gradually form the foundation of who we are. Aristotle aptly put it, "We are what we repeatedly do." Excellence, then, isn't a single act but a practice, a habit of striving. When we embrace this Stoic approach, seeing failure as a necessary part of growth, resilience naturally follows. Every setback becomes a chance to refine, each stumble a way to understand ourselves better. Through this lens, each failure reveals a new layer of self-awareness. These moments of introspection aren't about self-criticism, they're about honest reflection. Each time we fall, we have an opportunity to look deeper into our strengths and weaknesses. Gradually, these small, humbling insights accumulate, guiding us to develop our true potential. Over time, resilience becomes more than a reaction to adversity. It is a cultivated strength, an essential part of who we are. In this way, failure is transformed from a hindrance to a source of strength. It teaches us to stand strong, encourages growth, and ultimately illuminates the path to personal excellence. 4. True wealth and self-respect. Epictetus prompts us to think deeply about the influence of wealth and fortune on our lives and, perhaps more crucially, on our moral values. It's a captivating idea. Time and again we encounter tales of individuals who, upon achieving wealth or an unexpected windfall, undergo profound and often troubling transformations. Seneca, with his profound insight, emphasized that genuine happiness lies in embracing the present moment without becoming enslaved to anxiety about the future. True contentment is found not in aspirations and fears, but in being fully satisfied with what we possess, as understanding it to be enough. The Stoics encourage us to see wealth for what it truly is, a tool rather than a source of identity. When people come into large sums of money or amass a fortune, there's a risk that the guiding virtues they once held dear can slip away. They may find themselves no longer pursuing character and integrity, but rather an endless cycle of accumulating more wealth, fame, or social approval. Epictetus offers a sobering reminder: maintain an unwavering moral compass, regardless of financial fortune or misfortune. The genuine danger of wealth is not in the material itself, but in the tendency to lose sight of what truly matters: our character, morality, and human relationships. Aristotle once argued that the greatest virtues are those that serve others, suggesting that our purpose, at its highest level, should connect with those around us. Imagine having one supreme dream, a single goal or hope that governs your thoughts and drives your ambitions. It might be achieving great success in a career, nurturing a meaningful relationship, or reaching a monumental accomplishment. While the Stoics acknowledge that having such aspirations is vital, They caution us against placing our entire concept of happiness in a single endeavor. Seneca's advice is both timeless and wise. Begin each day as if it's an entire life in itself, complete and worthy of our full attention and presence. Behind this perspective lies a fundamental Stoic principle: life's nature is unpredictable, and circumstances can shift in the blink of an eye. Epictetus, understanding this impermanence, advises us to expand our outlook, to nurture multiple hopes and aspirations. This approach builds an emotional resilience that allows us to face life's inevitable changes with grace. Much like diversifying an investment portfolio, spreading our dreams and expectations across various areas of life provides us with a buffer, a means to preserve our peace of mind when one aspect falters. If we anchor all our happiness in one particular pursuit, we risk falling into despair should that goal slip away. Stoicism teaches that resilience lies in an acceptance of life's fluidity and an appreciation for its complexity. By broadening our sources of meaning and cultivating a range of aspirations, we equip ourselves with a more balanced and grounded approach to fulfillment. Epictetus would urge us to build our lives on the foundation of virtues, relationships, and a contented acceptance of what each moment offers. In doing so, we forge a kind of wealth that no material fortune can replicate: a wealth of character, of community, and of enduring peace. 6. The present moment: Stoic mindfulness for a fulfilled life. Marcus Aurelius and his fellow Stoic philosophers taught that the key to peace and fulfillment lies in the present. They argued that to be genuinely content, we must cultivate the ability to live here and now, without allowing ourselves to be consumed by future anxieties or past regrets. Marcus believed that every moment holds value only when we give it our undivided attention, when we appreciate the present as all we truly have. In Stoicism, this attention to the present moment isn't a passive act, it's an intentional practice that allows us to cultivate resilience and inner calm. When we worry about the future or dwell on the past, we disperse our energy, surrendering control over what matters most: how we respond to the present. The Stoics remind us that while we can't control the events that life throws our way, we can control how we engage with them. By focusing our efforts on the present moment, we draw strength, reducing the mental turmoil that often arises from anticipating future obstacles or rehashing old failures. Interestingly, modern psychological research echoes this ancient wisdom. Techniques like mindfulness-based stress reduction (MBSR) have become widely recognized for their mental health benefits, including reducing anxiety, managing stress, and enhancing overall well-being. These approaches emphasize the need to engage with the present fully, aligning well with the Stoic focus on grounding oneself in the now. Stoic mindfulness, much like these contemporary practices, isn't about escapism, it's about immersion. To the Stoics, a life well lived is one where we are fully present and actively involved in every experience we encounter. By mastering this practice, we become not only more resilient, but also more connected to life itself, experiencing a deeper sense of purpose and happiness. Through mindful engagement with each moment, we cultivate an enduring tranquility, one that is immune to external chaos or internal unrest, anchoring us in a state of grounded and lasting peace. The Stoic path to mindfulness thus presents a simple yet profound lesson. Real fulfillment is found not in the relentless pursuit of future achievements or in the shadow of past missteps, but in the quiet power of living fully, right here, right now. 7. The depth of gratitude and acceptance. Seneca's philosophy invites us to examine our perceptions of happiness, asking if fulfillment truly lies in acquiring more. For him, real contentment wasn't about adding to our lives, but was rooted in appreciating what's already within our grasp. He once said, "It is not the man who has too little, but the man who craves more." That is poor. This statement holds a mirror to our culture of unbridled desires, where constant longing often overshadows the richness of our present. Seneca's words caution that unending wants can create a state of ongoing dissatisfaction, where we're never fully grounded, forever moving from one craving to the next. In embracing gratitude, we find a shift in focus. Instead of restlessly seeking, we learn to acknowledge the value of what surrounds us right now. By doing so, we free ourselves from an endless cycle of desire and cultivate a peaceful acceptance. This shift allows us to witness the inherent value of our circumstances, no matter how modest or grand they might be. For Seneca, this practice was not just a passive state, but an active, thoughtful process of learning to see life through the lens of appreciation, ultimately discovering that fulfillment is less a goal than it is a mindset woven into the daily act of living. 8. Unyielding growth, the Stoic path to self-development and perseverance. Stoicism invites us on a journey of continuous self-betterment. Unlike static philosophies that rest on abstract principles, Stoicism propels us into an active quest for virtue through persistent refinement of character, actions, and mindset. It calls us not only to understand virtues, but to live them, embodying principles in our everyday interactions and challenges. This path is neither quick nor easy. It requires unyielding commitment to personal growth, particularly when faced with life's inevitable upheavals. At the heart of Stoicism lies perseverance, an unwavering resolve to uphold our principles, even when circumstances test our limits. Stoics believe in the importance of staying calm, grounded, and in control during moments of chaos. This resilience is not merely about enduring hardship, it's about using every challenge as a stepping stone toward greater wisdom and ethical clarity. Each setback, frustration, or fear becomes an opportunity to hone our capacity for self-discipline and patience. As we tread this Stoic path, we learn that true growth comes from surpassing our own boundaries, from steadily confronting the fears and doubts that limit our potential. This pursuit isn't driven by momentary inspiration, but by the understanding that excellence is achieved through sustained effort. Stoic resilience is the quiet force that keeps us moving forward on this path of virtue, shaping a life of integrity and purpose. By anchoring ourselves in these principles, we gain the strength to stay motivated, advancing step by step on a journey that ultimately leads to the completeness of our character and inner freedom. 9. Embracing every moment, a Stoic path to true contentment. Seneca profoundly emphasizes the value of recognizing and appreciating what we have, finding joy in the simple things, and understanding the inherent worth of each experience, regardless of whether it's labeled as good or bad. True happiness, he observed, is to enjoy the present without anxious dependence upon the future, not to amuse ourselves with either hopes or fears, but to rest satisfied with what we have, which is sufficient. Stoicism's approach to gratitude encourages us to focus deeply on the present, teaching us to find contentment in the circumstances we find ourselves in, however challenging they may seem. This perspective goes against the grain of modern ideals, where satisfaction is often tied to achievement, accumulation, or anticipation. Stoicism doesn't deny ambition, but rather invites a balanced appreciation for the present moment, so that we resist the constant pull of fleeting desires. In doing so, we learn to free ourselves from the unending chase for more and instead develop an enduring calm. The essence of gratitude in Stoicism is not a forced positivity, but a grounding practice that centers us, reminding us that fulfillment arises from recognizing what we already have, not from longing for what we lack. By reorienting our focus, Stoicism urges us to resist letting tomorrow's unknowns cast shadows on today's joys. We learn to see beyond surface appearances and embrace the richness of our current situation. The present is not simply a bridge to the future, but a full, rewarding state in itself. Each moment offers a lesson, an opportunity, or a chance for quiet reflection. In this way, even the mundane holds value as it contributes to our broader understanding and resilience. Our lives then become a series of complete moments, each one worthy of our full attention and appreciation. This Stoic wisdom shows us how to detach from the weight of endless expectations. We're taught to observe life's natural ebb and flow without resisting or forcing outcomes, developing an acceptance of the world as it is. This is not passive resignation, but a powerful commitment to peace and balance. With time, we learn to value each moment and each experience, recognizing that every setback, every triumph, and every quiet instance enriches our character and enhances our perspective. In embracing this mindset, we find freedom not in the pursuit of happiness, but in the understanding that happiness is an appreciation of the journey itself. Thus, Stoicism invites us into a life lived fully in each moment. By anchoring our sense of contentment within, we cultivate a resilience that doesn't depend on the whim of external circumstances. Our satisfaction becomes self-generated, a quiet but steady appreciation of life as it unfolds, teaching us that true fulfillment lies not in endless gains, but in the depth with which we experience the present. This is the path to a deeply lived life, one where we are present, grounded, and profoundly connected to each moment we're given. 10. Cultivating resilience and inner freedom through self-mastery. Epictetus's philosophy reminds us of a liberating truth: we don't control everything, especially the actions or reactions of others. What we do control, however, is how we respond. By focusing on our inner choices and responses, we unlock a pathway to genuine peace, one independent of external events. When adversity strikes, it's our ability to remain calm and grounded qualities achieved through resilience and self-mastery that helps us navigate with clarity. This form of resilience isn't just about enduring challenges, it's a practice in building inner strength, one that requires a quiet yet powerful command over our thoughts and emotions. True self-mastery doesn't mean repressing our feelings or avoiding pain. Instead, it invites us to engage with life, fully acknowledging our reactions without letting them control us. Each situation we face, no matter how difficult, becomes an opportunity to practice this inner freedom, to decide how we will interpret and react. By letting go of our attachment to external circumstances, we open ourselves to a profound level of personal growth. The mind becomes a training ground where resilience and composure develop, allowing us to face challenges not as threats but as teachers. Each encounter with hardship strengthens the muscle of patience and hones the skill of thoughtful response. In choosing our reactions consciously, we gain not only control over our inner landscape, but also a powerful sense of purpose that guides our actions. Epictetus believed that true peace is cultivated internally. When we develop resilience and self-control, we aren't just enduring or surviving adversity, we are actively transforming it into a source of strength. This practice empowers us to lead a life of intentional action, grounded in an unshakable core that is shaped by every decision, every moment of mindfulness, and every small act of courage. In this way, we turn life's trials into a path toward deeper understanding and inner freedom, a stoic journey that continually refines and liberates us. Lessons from Stoicism offer us more than abstract philosophy. They present actionable principles that we can incorporate into our daily lives. Practicing virtues like focusing on what lies within our control, accepting and embracing change, and finding fulfillment in small, everyday moments can guide us toward a life of tranquility and meaning amid the world's unpredictability. Embracing these values allows us to cultivate resilience and inner calm, building a steady foundation to navigate life's challenges without losing our sense of direction. Through Stoic teachings, we uncover a roadmap to grounding ourselves in a world that constantly seeks to disrupt peace.